It's about 2 after. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. If other folks come in, I will let them in. I do appreciate the doorbell, the ding dong. I always think that's a nice, a nice feature on Zoom. Anyway, thank you guys who are from our co-op who are here to hear a little bit about Follett's content. Sarah and I have been had some really great conversations the past couple weeks about what Follett has to offer as far as being just another option for a book jobber. Typically, and I know when I was a director, Follett seemed to really just focus with schools. At least that's how it tended to be that that's how I viewed them. They really are now really hoping to be another option for content for public libraries now as well. So we are here to let them share what they can provide for you guys. So I will turn it over to Sarah, and off we go.
Thank you so much, Kate. I really have a lot of gratitude for you just setting this up. We had a conversation together, and you were like, hey, can we get everybody in the room? Can we all talk about this together? And I so appreciate you giving us that opportunity to meet your co-op members and to let them know what we have to offer. So, just to give you a real quick overview of what we're going to cover this next half hour. Thank you for being here. Kate is recording it. Our agenda is basically like why Follett content for your public library needs. As she mentioned, we have a history of serving school libraries. We're going to give you a quick tour of the public library landing page that is on tidalwave.com and a tour of what tidalwave.com has for you. We're going to talk about the onboarding process, and then we're going to have time for questions at the end. So if anything we didn't cover, we're going to provide an opportunity to cover those questions. So I want you to meet the Michigan team. And so I'm just going to let them introduce themselves to you.
I'm Vicki Doherty, Customer Success Manager for Public Libraries. I came from Baker and Taylor. I was there for 36 years and I joined Follett in December to help with everything public library. So it's nice to meet everybody.
I'm Sarah Taylor. I am your boots on the ground in Michigan in person outside sales rep.
Julie, you're on mute.
I just noticed that. So I'm Julie Wilbur and still working on managing the mute button. I am your inside sales rep. So I am located in Cleveland, Ohio. I can do most of the same kinds of things that Sarah can do, but I can't come visit. And my history is as school library and a school librarian in Cleveland, and have worked for Follett for a number of years. And previous to that, worked for another company in helping our K-12 folks get the books that they need for their kids.
And I'm Christina Pavlaka. I'm an inside sales consultant here. I'm based out of Chicago, Illinois. So I won't be visiting, but I can do the same things as Julie. I am entering my 13th year here with Follett, helping get books in the hands of kids for that long.
Mostly what I want you to know is that you're in good hands with this team. We are been doing this for a while, for quite a while. If we cannot help you, we know who to direct you to for specifically what it is you need in the moment. It's a lot to remember. All these names, what are they doing? Where are they at? Who has my accounts? Because there's some mix in this group. So just rest assured at the bottom of every single tidal wave page, you will be able to see who your rep is, your customer service person, and we will be sure that we route you to the correct person. So you can go, if you forget, you can go down there and find out who you have. One thing I also really want to point out is that you are going to get a human on the other side of the phone, on the other side of that email. I don't know about you, but so much of my life involves chatbots, and we do not have chatbots at Follett content. And so you're going to be able to get a hold of someone immediately for your needs. Okay, I want to just share with you like why Follett content. And I have a picture here of our impressive warehouse. And we have the capacity to meet the demand and to meet that quickly and efficiently in this library landscape. Our current turn times are about 6 days for in-stock materials. We have the largest library book distribution facility and cataloging and processing facility in the industry. Our warehouse is 6 football fields large. On this slide, we're saying we've got 3 million books in stock. That number has even changed since the slide has made. We've got 3.7 now, and that number is constantly growing. So with Follett content, as an industry, as a library book provider, we have 86 years of experience serving school libraries. So that has made us a trusted vendor in the library landscape. And so, with this shift that Follett content has done, we saw the need and we're rising to the occasion. Kate spoke to me about many of your pain points that you experienced with the unfortunate closing of Baker and Taylor. Rest assured that we have brought over to Follett content 15 public library experts from Baker and Taylor, and Vicki Doherty is one of those, your onboarding expert. So I'm going to let Vicky now speak into some of the differences, some of the things that you're going to be pleased with that you're going to find on tidalwave.com with Follett content.
Thanks, Sarah. So tidalwave.com is our ordering platform and it is free. We have free unlimited users. So if you had 100 people at your library that wanted to sign up, they're all free. We don't have any minimum orders. We have free collection reviews, free expert curation services, and that includes people on our team now for public libraries. So they will be able to help with any type of adult list that you would need. We offer free shipping, and we do have our Follett Bound, which is our lifetime guaranteed bindings as long as the material is in stock. B&T had something similar called Paw Prints, if you were familiar with that. Same bindery, so it is the same program. So recently we have added the high demand adult street date program that you can receive materials prior to release date as long as you agree to our affidavit, which I believe Christina will show you in a little bit. And that is just for the high demand adult material for right now. We also have the ability to have EDI orders. With that, we have grid ordering, and we are continuing to develop that. Right now, we can do collection and branch. Everybody has different terminology, so depending what you name those, we may be able to help you. And we have fund codes and things like that coming in the next few weeks. We also have brief on order records. And again, development is always developing. So we've come a long way in a very short time with these developments. So we're looking forward to talking to you and seeing what your needs are.
Excellent. Okay, I am going to now have Christina and Julie are going to give you a fantastic tour of Tidal Wave, get you familiar with the interface, and show you some of the things that are specifically your needs within the public library space.
Right. I believe I took over. Does everyone see my screen that needs to see it? Perfect. All right. So this is our Tidal Wave platform. When you log in, this is what you're going to see. We do have a dedicated public library page right here. So if you go ahead and click on that, you'll be able to kind of poke around, see what we have to offer. Some of the things that I really wanted to highlight from this page are our curated lists. So these are made by us for you. We do have a link here for all public library lists. If you go ahead and click that, that gives you access to all of our different lists that we have. One great thing is our street date books. This is where you'll want to go to see what's coming out and to place those pre-orders. Now, if you head down, you'll see, um, oh goodness, here we go. So if you see A Court of Thorn and Roses, book 6, coming out October 27th, 2026, it is eligible for street date. If you click on this Learn More link right at the bottom, this will bring you to our street date affidavit. And I'm going to let Vicky just speak to this a little bit more, and then I'll take back over. Vicky?
So that's just an early ship agreement. Once you agree to it, that will just allow you to pre-order those titles. It's 60 days in advance. So as long as you see a pre-order date with a release date, that means that we will get that material to you prior to street date. If you don't agree to it, we can't guarantee anything to you by street date. And if the pre-order date has passed, we cannot guarantee that also. So those first titles that were in yellow did not have a pre-order date. Those are already past those 60 days. That doesn't mean you won't get them. We just can't guarantee them. And this just means you're not going to put the material out. You're not going to loan it out to patrons before release date. It's pretty standard in the industry, so hopefully you're all familiar with it. But if you have any other questions, certainly reach out. Once you do agree to those terms, that will open up that pre-order date for you. So you will see that in Tidal Wave.
Perfect. Thank you, Vicky.
You're welcome.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and head back. We're going to go back to the public library page, which if you click on this Follett flame right here, that's your home button. So if you ever get lost or if you ever get turned around in the site and you need to get back to the beginning, always click on this Follett flame. It'll take you right where you need to go to reset. So back into the public library page. I did want to highlight our Tony's and book bundles that we do now offer. It's a brand new partnership that we have with Tony's. We have the characters, we have the boxes, we have the headphones, we have the chargers, you name it, it's there. These are really popular in public libraries coming up now. And then, so I'm going to go back home here, my home button, and scroll down. Tools and services is a great place to be. This is where you'll go to find everything we have to offer. Content curation services, our Follett tags, our series release calendar. This is fantastic. I'm actually going to go ahead and click in here and give you guys a little tour of this. So this is our new releases in series. It's broken down by month, so you can see month by month what is coming out. You can also use this link right here to sign up for monthly email updates, so you'll be notified when everything is coming out, so you don't have to go back in and view the calendar if you don't choose to. We also have a school library review list, so we can find that under additional resources. If you go to school library journal reviews, this is where you're going to find those reviews that you're looking for. So if you click on a book that you want to see if it's got a review, take a peek. Right at the top, you'll see 3 reviews and awards, 3 full text reviews. So if you click on this link right here, it'll bring you to your Kirkus Reviews, Publisher Weekly, School Library Journal, the date it was reviewed. And all of our reviews are free. You're not paying for any of this. All right, back to the Follett flame. Can you tell it's my favorite button? All right, now we're going to hit the state resources, which is also under additional resources. This is a great place to see your state award winners, state interest, state authors, state bibliographies. And I believe Sarah wanted to pop in and speak about the Indigenous aspect of this as well. Didn't you, Sarah?
Yes, sure. So at the very bottom, you're going to see under state bibliographies, we have listed Indigenous and Native American lists, and we update these lists every summer. In fact, it was just recently updated. And what I love about these lists is that they were designed and curated according to the state of Michigan's Native, Indigenous Tribes Organization. So they produced a documentation on how they would like themselves, their languages, referenced and represented in literature um, for educators, for libraries. And what we did is we took those standards and those guidelines and we put all of our Native American and Indigenous tribes titles through that filter. And we've put together lists for you so that you can go in there with the confidence of knowing that these lists adhere to the Indigenous tribes of Michigan's wishes.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, so the final thing that I wanted to show everybody is our powerful advanced search. So that is always up at the top right here. So if you're ever, you don't want anything from our list, you have patrons that want specific things and you want to find them. Here's the quick and easy way to do it. So you hit the advanced search. There's a bunch of file tabs on the top. Go ahead and click on books. And this will give you every way you can break down your search so you can really get down and filter it deep. So you're not getting all the stuff that you don't want to see. You can search by keyword, author, series, specific binding if you want those Follett bounds for your collection that are similar to those paw prints that you're used to. We also have multiple languages. Starts off in English as it's the most popular, and then it goes down in popularity, and then it starts alphabetical into some of the more obscure languages. If there's something here that you're not seeing what you need, there's a language spoken in your community that's not listed, let us know. We're always adding to this list and happy to explore what we can procure from our publishers to help meet your needs. Going down even further here, where is it? Oh, okay. I know large print is very popular in public libraries. You can also search by large print, so you're only getting those titles that are in large print for yourselves. And if you have a bunch of ISBNs that you want to put in, you don't have to do it one by one in the search bar. We have a batch search. You can click on this right here. And I checked yesterday, and it seems like we can enter up to 2,000 ISBNs into this search field and get your batch results. And that concludes what I have in Tidal Wave. If I went a little fast, please feel free to reach out to your rep, either Julie, Sarah, or I, and we can set up one-on-one sessions and do a deeper dive with you.
Okay. We're now going to have Vicky share with us what next steps might be if you're interested in the onboarding with all of your needs in your library profile, basically for us to hold that data for you. Vicky's going to talk through what that would look like.
So I was going to send everybody, Kate will share your emails and send you just the cataloging and processing specs to fill out if you are interested. And once you've returned those, you can return those to the public library at follettcontact.com email address. Once those are filled out, we know we have interest, or you can email that address as well and just say, hey, I want to set up an account. I want to work with Follett. If you don't want processing and cataloging, we can certainly do that. We can do the EDI and grids, but that would be a conversation that I will do directly with you. We will send you our W-9. We will need your tax exempt certificate. So again, I will send, just so you have it, to look at the processing and cataloging information. You can always return that to the public library at follettcontact.com email address. And then we can work from there and we'll reach out to you and we'll get your account going. But even if you want book only, we can do that, Mylar only. So you don't have to fill that entire form out if you just wanted book only or Mylar. But we do want to make sure you know everything that we do offer as far as CMP. And again, I'll send that W-9, and then if you need grids and EDI set up, put that information in there, and we'll definitely be in touch as soon as possible. And I think now it's up to Sarah, but I think we might open it up for questions unless
Nope.
Sarah has something else.
Yes. Does anyone have any questions for us?
Feel
And if
free
you're
to
wondering
unmute.
about the, oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, if you're wondering about the length of onboarding, depending on the complexity, it could just take a few days with Mylar or book only. And if it's full CMP, EDI, it can take maybe, 4 to 6 weeks. It really depends because once we connect, if an order fails, we have to go back to square one and just kind of work with you to see how things are passing over. So, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt anybody.
That's okay. I just was going to say if anyone wanted to unmute, they can, or they can pop a question in the chat. I think we were all probably just super impressed with that picture of your warehouse. Like, that is amazing. Like, I'd
I
love to
can go
be there.
back to that if you'd like.
I love that. I just think, um, do folks use bicycles to get around?
We were told that the people that do the picking literally walk, was it like 10 or 15 miles a day
Oh
as
my
they're going
God.
to the shelves and picking books, and then they put them in a tote, and then the tote goes over to processing. And they actually have little lines on their fingers for exactly where the stickers will go on books, so that they're all lined up exactly right. It's pretty crazy.
It's amazing. Just amazing.
Their average tenure too is, I believe, 15 years. I was with one a few weeks ago when I was there, and she's been there for 29 years. And she can talk, she can sticker, Mylar, everything, and she doesn't miss a beat. Like she is, they're
Hmm.
spot on. And what's nice is because they get your whole order in one tote. So you have one person doing all of your order. So it's not being shifted from station to station.
That's a good point. Where is McHenry? Where is your McHenry warehouse located?
Illinois,
It is Illinois. Okay.
yes.
It's not far from Chicago. And the other thing that we should mention is, some of our public libraries have been concerned about how many warehouses, because shipments come from different warehouses and it gets just kind of clunky and difficult on the public library side of things when we have one warehouse, everything's going to come from that location that you're looking at. Um, all together, and we'll ship out the bulk of your order, and then we'll, limit how many shipments you want. And at any point, if you're in a hurry for books that we haven't sent and they're available, you can let us know and we can get that released and sent out too.
Hmm. Yes. If you're looking at a high in demand title or a title on tidal wave and it says like maybe temporarily or it's being reordered at that time. Just again, that warehouse is so impressive. We've got shipments from local publishers coming in the back door. We've got your orders going out the front door. It's often very much the possibility that if you're seeing that stock is low or temporarily out, but available for pre-order, it might already be on its way from the publisher to our warehouse. We work with 6,000 different publishers.
Hey, Christina, can you show where we've got the inventory dot, since we've got a couple of extra minutes here, to speak to what Sarah was just mentioning, where we look at how many titles, how many items we have per particular, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry.
Yep. All right. Um, let's see. I want to share this window. Okay. So we're back to the landing page. We'll hit public library. We'll check out an adult list. All right. So right here, you'll see a green dot for Animal Farm. That means we have it in stock. It's ready to ship. If you see one of these gold dots, click on that. It'll say it's available to order, estimated to ship in 2 to 4 weeks. Let me show you something. All right, right here. So we have a red dot. What do the red dots mean? Publisher's out of stock indefinitely.
Hmm.
They don't know if they're going to reprint it. They may put it out of print. I wouldn't suggest putting this one on a list because the chances of actually receiving it are very low. So stick with those golden green dots for inventory.
Does anybody have a question about those?
I did have a question about the discount amount. So with Baker Taylor and Ingram libraries really had a nice discount for new items. So what is the discount amount that Follett provides?
That's a great question. So right now, when you get in, you're going to be all of our public libraries, when you sign up for your Tidal Wave account, you're going to already see that 25% discount on every single title. Now, my understanding is that the discounting that you were receiving before was conditional on the title and the category of the book. You could have a heavy discount on one book and no discount at all on another title. And so we believe that with all of the other, our free shipping and with that flat rate, that we are very competitive with the other vendors. And should you want to get into a conversation with your rep regarding the details of your cataloging and process, once that conversation gets started, please reach out to your rep for any details on that.
Yep, Kate, and just to dig a little bit further into that, director of the region, just sitting on just to hear the fantastic job the team did. But with that, we always want to right size what that discount looks like. So reach out to your rep. We'll have that conversation and absolutely dig in and understand where you are and what your needs are, because we want to provide similar services to what you're used to experiencing. And we'll flush that out, as I imagine there's a range of people on the call and a range of needs. But just know that we are going to go and meet you where you need to be to continue to serve your patrons in the manner that you always have.
So I also want to just comment that, Amazon is really trying to push real hard into the library market too. Why should libraries go with Follett?
Well, I think that it depends on what your needs are. Amazon is very, very good with cost. Particular services and right sizing that based on your needs. I think that's where you're going to see some of the pain points. They may have some of those hidden costs for you. Just having conversations with a bunch of people in different situations. I just was with Cincinnati. They love them, but they don't know how many boxes they're going to get. They don't know what it's going to look like for them. So there's all of these logistical things that, because we work with so many different schools and we recognize that need of the placement, it has to be how they have to be processed. There are things that are in our sweet spot because we've been doing this so long that we're going to be able to differentiate ourselves with more than just price. Understand where we need to be. And there may be some times where you need to go to Amazon because money makes the world go round, but you're going to have some things that we're going to be able to do that others cannot, just by the nature of us being in this business. So nobody's baby is ugly. You honor yourself as you need to, but there are going to be some things, like I said, that we do that will make your life easier, and it will be well worth the difference. And your team, these lovely faces that are here, speaking to this, they're all boots on the ground. Someone to reach out to right size this if something were not to be in line with what you're trying to accomplish.
Great, thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have a question for the team that's here? And we are right at 10:30. You guys did a great job in that time, because we know everybody's time is important and valuable, and we don't want to, disturb that for certain folks. But we also appreciate everybody being here, and it is being recorded, so I will certainly share that out with all my members. Every Friday I do a weekly update, and it'll be part of that as well. So just because there weren't, my 48 members here doesn't mean that certain folks who weren't here may not be very interested as well. So thank you for the opportunity to share this with the White Pine members, and I hope to be in touch. So any last call for any questions, you guys? Okay, I guess with that, we'll sign off and hope you all have a great day. And thanks again for sharing with our members.
Thank you, Kate.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye-bye.